Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye, here with another episode of the Somnium Files. Well, in the last episode, things are picking up a bit. We went to interrogate number 89, and he escaped into the world fairly easily, so I guess we gotta worry about him now. But in other news, we're going on a date with Iris, and we saw her dance. And what have we learned? It's pretty interesting. Renju was finally sighted by the Kumakuras popping up Sunfish Pocket. He popped up somewhere else as well. He's looking for Iris, and which is kind of strange because for him to be doing that for like the next few days, I wonder what his motives are for doing that. We know nothing good comes from it, though. In terms for Renju, at least. Alright, well, we are continuing our investigation. Alright, he was found at the Ukume Shrine for some reason. Maybe he went here to pray? Let's go there next. See if there's any clues. Maybe he left something behind, which would be nice. Oh yeah, we're here late at night. That's creepy. Ukume Shrine, Monday night. Oh.
You okay?
It's okay. I just, missed a step there.
No. Should we be keeping her out late at night like this? Alright, guess we're just gonna have a sit down and talk. A Shinto shrine. Looks rather solemn. Let's take a look around the place. We've been here a lot with Mizuki before. The offering box. A rope hanging from the bell. There's a tree up there. Somewhere in the shadows. Sacred straw rope. How about the guardian dog statue? Nothing. Lantern. A choziya. You wash your hands and face here. Not your belly button. An arch. Let's see, got the monument. Nothing, we're not gonna say anything about it. Oh, wait, we can look at the flowers.
It's too far to see.
Too dark, too.
And use our night vision.
An iris.
Oh,
More specifically, a winter iris.
the one Iris is growing at her house.
This is the same flower that was on display at Iris's house.
A winter iris. Winter. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, we've already looked at it enough. I was like, there's more. Is that it around this joint? Nothing on the floor. Yeah, it looks like we looked at everything. Alright, let's have a chat with Iris. Iris is looking off to the distance. Let's see. Penny for your thoughts?
It's nostalgic. This place is a memorable one for me. 6 years ago, I used to come here with someone.
Someone?
I used to call him Uncle. He was a thoughtful, reliable man. I thought of him as a father. But one day, he just disappeared.
She's talking about.
Is it Falco?
Hitomi's lover.
Yeah, that guy hit me in the head. About this uncle.
When you asked me why I became an idol, I wasn't being entirely truthful. I told you that it was because I wanted to become famous. But more specifically, it was for Uncle. I've been looking for him for 6 years.
Oh, you might see him soon.
But I didn't find him anywhere. I didn't know where else to look. So instead of me finding him, I thought that he could find me instead.
Oh, so you wanted to become famous, so your face would be out there.
You think if you became famous, he'd contact you?
Yeah.
So that is why she became an idol.
I mean, it's also been my dream since I was little. That's a part of it, too.
So why do you use the name Asa? Shouldn't you use your real name?
Oh no, I don't have to.
Is it symbolic between you two?
He was the one who came up with the name Aset.
No.
He told me that if I ever became an idol, I should use that name.
Okay. Let's see about this shrine.
It's called Ukume Iribiko Isachi no Mikoto, or sometimes Ikume Tenno, or Ikume no Mikoto.
Like the last two ones, they're a little bit shorter.
There are legends about this place written in the old text. It's a shrine dedicated to the gods. The old legend goes like this. One day, Ukume Iribiko sent one of his followers, Taji Momori, on an urgent quest to find a mysterious, magical fruit. A fruit called Tokijiku no Kaku. It's said that eating it will grant you immortality. After many hardships, Taji Momori was able to find the fruit. But by the time he got back, Ukume Iribiko had died.
That's usually how it goes.
Taji Momori mourned. He handed half of the fruit to the man's wife, and he left the other half on Ukume Iribiko's grave, then died on the spot.
Did anyone gain immortality in this scenario?
It is said that that fruit is still inside the shrine behind us.
Is it?
Really?
It better not be. Just be like a moldy orange.
Fruit of immortality.
Yes.
Immortality, huh?
Not interested?
No, not really. I'd rather have normality than immortality.
Kinda lonely to live forever. Iris is looking off into the distance. That's about talking about Renju seems like beating a dead horse. So let's see, you're looking at the winter iris, aren't you? Let's talk about the flowers.
Yeah. How did you know?
You're looking in that direction.
It's the same kind that's at my house. I told you about what it means, right?
Good news and hope.
Iris is also a part of the eye. And the Greek goddess of rainbows. A messenger goddess. I told you at Sunfish Pocket, right? That's why the flower means good news and hope.
Okay, about let's beat the dead horse now. About Renju.
Mr. Okura isn't here. I mean, of course he isn't.
He probably came and went.
It's not like we came here right away.
He's already taken off.
And there's like no other clues though.
Too bad.
It looks like there are no further clues here.
Darn.
It appears we've wasted our time.
Alright, let's get the summary.
Date, we have no time to waste. We should get moving.
Okay, well that was
Got
a
it.
nice little short visit. Iris is sure interested in mythology and folk tales. I've been getting a lot of books about folk tales too. I need to read some more of them. Before I was like reading, I have like all these tales of like tales of Japan and like tales, like got like Norse tales and all sorts of like tales from India. I've been trying to like read one story a night before I go to bed, but been pretty bad about keeping up that ritual. Alright, anyway, well, let's go to the next location. Cold storage warehouse. Are we gonna find any more clues this time? I don't know if it'd be any different. We came here like twice before. We were taking Iris to a place where he saw her dead body. Alright, cold storage warehouse. Still Monday.
I saw it. I'm sure. Your corpse, Iris. Right here.
But I'm here now. Maybe I'm a ghost.
I wouldn't joke about this. I saw you get sawed in half. You were still alive then too.
You don't look like a floating sheet. You have legs.
But maybe they're not legs. Maybe they're my boobs.
Sagging all the way down to the floor. I tried to picture Iris's breast swinging down there like that, and then I decided not to.
Didn't you say that you saved me in your dream?
Yeah, let's not visualize that. Iris with saggy grandma boobs.
What did you mean by that?
I told you that I'm with an organization called ABIS, right?
Yeah, you told me 2 days ago.
We find clues in the minds of suspects and witnesses. We enter what we call Somnium, a dream world projected by their subconscious.
Oh god, this sounds like so fake. But like a child would totally eat this up.
That's what the entire organization is about.
How do you even do that?
We have a machine that we call the Psync machine.
What is that?
It's a sync machine.
That's not an explanation.
I don't think Date understands the science of it.
Tell me how it works.
Well, I can explain, but it will require a bit of background to understand.
The computer would be the guy to ask.
Background?
Yeah, and hard sciences. Let's see, let's look around the room. A forklift. I don't see anything special about it. There's the dreaded ice cutting machine. The workbench.
So my corpse was on here?
Yeah.
It's a workbench. There's nothing on it now. We've seen you get. Even has that little. We get a closer look at that too. Even has that little divot, so the saw blade can come down and cut clean through the ice blocks. We saw you on here before get cut in half. Oh man, this is morbid. There isn't a lot here. Nothing on the shelves. One box on the shelf.
Pew pew.
What the hell?
The box made me think of a giant robot.
Did it?
A what?
You know, from kaiju movies.
Again, what?
A box of all things. One box on the shelf. There's a cardboard box on the floor.
That caramel over there looks so good.
I guess it doesn't really look like cardboard with these textures, but...
Yeah, you're right. But if I tried to eat it in one bite, I'd break my jaw.
What are you talking about, Date? That's a cardboard box.
You started... Never mind.
Brat. There's a cardboard box on the floor. Trying to play along here and you're just leaving me high and dry. What's up here? Oh, the overhead crane. I was like, whoa. Thought it was something new. A hook hanging from the ceiling crane. Yeah, it's connected to this. A switchboard installed in the back of the warehouse.
Hey, get out of my house!
What the hell?
I'm a poltergeist inside the circuit board.
What?
You said I was a ghost, right? Maybe I'm haunting the warehouse with spooky astral projections.
I come to suck your blood. Bleh.
What are you talking about, Iris?
A switchboard installed in the back of the warehouse. I got another forklift. The tires of the forklift and the ground that they're on are clearly frozen. I can't really drive it. Oh, it's a little power thing that we use in Ota's Somnium. An oil drum.
Hi, I'm Jemimon!
You too.
You're an Iva. An oil drum. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. And... okay. Guess time to... something on the floor, right? Her shoes. Let's talk to Iris. Iris is standing there. I'll try to ask about first. Do you know about the BBB? I don't know about it.
I've heard of it. The blood-brain barrier, right?
Okay, that's what they mean. Yeah, I know about that.
Inside the skull, there's an army of little teeny tiny soldiers that surround the brain. They protect the brain from bad stuff in the blood, right?
That's almost it, yeah.
That's why, like, medications are so hard, like, to have, like, specific medications for the brain, because, like, usually the brain will, like, just block that out.
The blood-brain barrier describes the architecture of the microvessels of the brain. It is a kind of shield that protects the brain. To get through, an object must be no larger than 0.4 nanometers. Objects too large to slip through the barrier cannot physically access the brain.
Let's see, do you know about the Wadjet system?
I guess not.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, do you?
It's the core programming behind AI, right?
Okay, I wasn't expecting you to know all this.
That's right. What's wrong?
What?
You're shivering.
I mean, she might need, like, a sweater for her legs.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Why is she so concerned about that?
To borrow Pewter's explanation, with the advent of the Wadjet system, we can extract the data of the human psyche. This data is sent to the brain, which achieves the sync.
Alright, do you know about nanotechnology?
Nanotech? Yeah! Technology related to really small things. Like, really teeny tiny things. And when they make a machine, they're called nanomachines. I heard they use them a lot for medical and tech fields. Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses. They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said. Well, I don't know if it was like beep, beep or But anyway, nanotechnology costs tons of money. Only a few people can even afford it. My college professor said only the richest of the rich have nanotechnology. But he's pretty liberal, so...
Oh, you're in college?
Largely accurate. Nano is a prefix meaning 10 to the negative 9th power. A nanometer is therefore 0.0000000001 meters. The Psync machine uses machines approximately 2.16 nanometers long. Viruses are on average 20 to 970 nanometers, so Psync nanomachines are far smaller than that.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
This allows them to access neural circuitry. During a sync, the nanomachines are used to write in the syncer's data.
Okay, it's kind of like reducing a human to like a robot. Or like a machine. Like, we're no different than Iba after that. Here's how Psync works.
Okay, you have the basics down. Let me explain how syncing works. Syncers like me equip the sync gear and use it to access the subject's brain. Inside the helmet are nano cables. And on the tip of each of these cables is a special nano machine. But the machine can't reach the brain through blood alone. Do you know why?
The BBB soldiers say, "Go away!" and push them back?
Well, yeah, kind of. But for the sync to work, we have to get the nanomachines into the brain itself.
That sounds uncomfortable.
How do we do that?
Drill a hole in the skull?
That would maybe use something less permanent?
No.
In Shovel Forge, you can use a pickaxe and...
That would be kind of bloody.
No, it has nothing to do with tools. We don't have to open a hole. Skulls already have holes in them. One of those holes is the optic canal, which is a nerve canal located behind the eyes.
Oh god, okay. Kind of makes you wince a bit. Okay, so the nano machine enters through the eye?
The nano cables of the sync gear go through your eyes,
Oh god, it wraps around.
then go to the back of your eye socket, then through the optic canal to the sea.
The sea?
The sea of brain cells, anyway.
That sounds kind of romantic.
There's a picture of like being wrapped around the eye and brain. Ugh, can give you kind of the heebie-jeebies if you have like a phobia of that.
It's only a chunk of protein.
Let's continue with our explanation.
Once the nanocables arrive at their destination, they can begin the sync process. They slide into the brain like roots of a tree. And on the tip of each cable, the nanomachine sends and receives data. This is controlled by the Wadjet system. And that's how the syncer and the subject exchange information.
Exchange?
Think of it this way. The human brain has a max capacity of one psyche, one consciousness.
Multiple instances of consciousness inside one brain can cause a total collapse of higher brain functions.
That's why I only have 6 minutes to explore around.
You know how a car only has one steering wheel? If there were two, there would be accidents all over the place.
Well, don't some planes have 2 control sticks?
Well, that would be a bad example of what we're trying to say.
Okay, maybe it wasn't the best metaphor. What I'm trying to say is that the human body can only hold one person. If you try to have 2 people inside one brain, it will break.
I see.
Okay, let's go on.
Because of this, the syncer's data goes inside the subject's brain. And the only thing inside the subject's mind at the time of the sync are their memories. Like a house with no one inside. We syncers break into the house, look for clues, and leave. All within 6 minutes.
There's a time limit?
Yes, or else the house will collapse on our heads.
We don't want to like kill anyone.
The neural circuits would become too deeply entwined with one another. To put it simply, the syncer would be trapped inside the subject's house.
Oh. Okay. This is like the most we've heard about how the sync machine works. Iris is standing there. Alright, let's summarize.
Thank you for explaining it. I don't completely understand how sync works, but still.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Just don't tell anyone. This is extremely confidential.
Oh yeah, and we just told Iris. Spilled all the beans.
It's okay, I won't. Date, tell me this. Who did you sync with yesterday?
Didn't I show you his picture? Congressman So Sejima.
So that's why you know so much about him.
But you've never met him, right?
I haven't, I swear.
Oh, okay. Just keep with the summary. It's probably getting cold.
Hey, Date, you saw my corpse here, right?
I did. I'm sure of it.
And in SoStream, you saved me from getting killed.
Yeah.
And then somehow, I resurrected.
Yeah.
Are we gonna stay with that explanation?
Date, that means you're... Achoo!
Date, is the cold too much for Iris?
Yeah, I'm freezing too. Iris, let's get out of here for now.
Roger that!
Alright. That's a lot to mull over. Alright, what's our next location? Alright, Matsushita Diner. I guess Iris wanted something to eat and she wants to eat it there. Could have gotten something at Sunfish Pocket. But no. Alright, Matsushita Diner, Monday. How late is it?
Ah, I'm so hungry.
Tessa?
Ota, I haven't seen Ota in a while.
Why are you here?
Oh, he's a happy boy.
I told Date I was hungry, so...
I've always wanted to eat here.
I'll have my usual, Ota.
Yes, right away.
Being a good little soldier. Ota flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. Oh, he's cooking back there. The counter. Let's take a look around the place. Disposable chopsticks.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
Mayumi's juice with mold.
With mold? None of us can figure out what the sauce is. Some weird fermented stuff. There's a menu on the table.
Kuroda Kazuaki's grilled tongue with salt.
There's a menu on the table. Is that it? Okay. And then we got the table. Got a stool. The kid's seat still there. We got a kid's seat right here. A kid's chair.
Look, a chair for baby goats.
Oh, like a kid? That kind of kid?
Why would anyone bring a goat to a restaurant?
I don't know. People bring all sorts of animals places where they shouldn't be. Kid's chair. Swinging door. Got photo. Family photo. Menus written on the wall on Tanzaku paper. A beer ad on the wall.
Date, you're drooling.
This.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
Hungry for boobs. A low table. Small sitting cushion.
Date, wanna have a pillow fight?
Tessa, not in the store, please.
Yeah, break stuff. Small sitting cushion. Nothing but a window. How about the lucky cat? A lucky cat statue.
Meow.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Meowing at the cat.
Oh, you don't know? It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
Lucky cat statue. I got a fortune up here. Says good luck. Calendar. It's November, but that calendar says January. Looking closely at it, even the year is wrong. This is old. Hasn't been changed. An old calendar on the wall. It's a clock.
Hey, what has two hands on its face?
A mom playing peekaboo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good. Let her win. The gears have stopped turning. Let's look at the other side. Look at the kitchen? No? No, I got autographs.
Oh, that's Payashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Who?
That was a long name. Some celebrity's signature. I got the mop. It's a mop. Got a bucket.
Hey, Tessa, could you kick that bucket there?
Sure. Like this?
Yeah, but more.
Like this?
This is awesome.
You're so weird, Ota.
I did not realize there was someone more perverted than Date.
You want her to kick the bucket? A bucket.
Date, a Martian.
That's just a stool.
Everyone's obsessed with UFOs. It's a round chair. Anything else? Got bookshelf. It's got stickers on the side of it. The Rocky Man stickers. TV. An old CRT television.
Hey, Date, I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Absolutely not.
Date, don't lie, you'd be totally into it. A CRT TV. Nothing's playing on it. beer. Simple. Just beer. Alright, who should I talk to first? I feel like I kind of want to talk to Ota. Where's your mom, Ota? Alright, let me look at him first. Ota's cooking in the kitchen. Yeah, where's Mayumi?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
No, I don't think she would want to see Iris right now.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He means sleeping.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
We are.
Ota's gonna kill me if you say a date.
Not Shovel Forge.
On a date.
Maybe we should have said Shovel Forge.
Oh, a date. Huh. A date?
I knew you would not take this well.
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
Yes, I would like some poisonous blowfish infused eggs, please.
No thanks. I'm fine.
You're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah,
That's growing up in a restaurant.
my dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure, my treat, Date.
Oh, okay, being a bro. Where's... I don't think Ota will know, but it looks like we're asking everyone. Where is Renju?
You're still looking for him?
God, he's been missing for so long. We haven't even found his body.
Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
I guess no news is good news, but still. He's been evading us. Alright, Iris is sitting in front of me. You've been here before?
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
That's not true! Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa!
No, she's just mad that you're making Ota spend all his money.
Not very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
What's your usual?
Omelet rice.
That sounds good. I'm actually getting pretty hungry.
Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
That's not supposed to hurt.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
And Ota thinks it's a compliment.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
Okay, about Iris's resurrection.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it!
Ota's like, we need to bring Ota up to speed here.
What do you mean coming back to life?
I decided to tell Ota about Iris's resurrection.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yep.
Let's see, about the parallel world.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well... Oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yay, Rochambeau!
Yeah, if we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything?
That's a dangerous thing to promise.
Mm-hmm. Anything.
Why are you making those fingers?
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
All right, let's do this.
Okay, not even gonna think about it.
Okay, let's go!
Ota's horrified. He's like, no, don't win.
1, 2, 3, shoot!
What should I throw out? Let's do rock.
Shoot!
Tie.
A tie.
The most boring result.
Aw.
Well, we agreed on the rules. Let's shake hands. Shaky, shaky.
I think this is the best, probably the best scenario. I shook hands with Iris.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? We tied and shook hands. But in a different timeline, maybe I got a reward from you. Or maybe you could have seen me naked or something.
Hopefully Date would be more responsible than that.
Why did I choose rock?
What exactly were you going to make her do?
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
What if I reloaded the save and chose paper?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? Can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela Effect? Or the Booba Kiki Effect?
No? Will you explain?
Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The Spatial Temporal Man, and the Lost Friend, and the story of two sisters.
This looks like it's getting into like creepypasta and stuff. I've heard people talking about it. Okay, Ota actually has... Should I talk to first? Let's talk to Ota. He seems like... It seems like some creepypasta here. Ota is quietly making omelet rice in the kitchen. Let's ask about the Spatial Temporal Man?
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The Spatial Temporal Man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The Spatial Temporal Man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
Okay. What about others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's ask about the lost friend.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke. And Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets.
That's ah, God. I hate that image. I've seen that like happen too with like dogs, pugs. Their faces are like so squished in and warped that like if they get squeezed too hard or like they bump into something really hard, like their eye can just pop out, and just like it just dangles there. It just dangles by the freaking eye stalk.
The nerves were still connected, but A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it.
Well, yeah, it's a common occurrence.
And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
Alright, let's keep going with the lost friend. These stories are kind of creepy.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
That'd be the easiest explanation.
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye.
Yeah, as long as like it's not dead, you can secure it back in place.
It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but...
Okay, doesn't really have a conclusion to that story. Alright, what about the two sisters?
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room. And her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So she saw like two scenarios just jammed into one. Could have been a ghost or a shadow person.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah. What B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
Anything else?
I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, But you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese. But they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters.
It's like, what if, like, China never had, like, any influence in, like, Japanese writing? Would they, like, make their own?
And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
Okay, well, those are some interesting stories. What about Iris? Let's do the Mandela Effect.
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Well, yeah. The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980?
I mean, it was like a different person.
That's the Mandela Effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies.
Alright, keep going.
There are lots of examples. Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings. Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
It's a Pikachu?
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela Effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
Is that where we're going? Or it could just be like, yeah, bad memory.
That would explain it, I guess.
Alright, well, it's kind of, these theories are kind of interesting. Let's do the Boba/Kiki effect.
Dante, look at this picture.
Iris pulled up a picture on her phone.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki.
Because boobas are around. I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
I guess like certain sounds are associated with certain shapes.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
Except for 2%. Keep going.
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated. But underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that.
I guess that would explain why we're... This just explains why we're like on different paths for Date. You could just move throughout the flowchart and it's like completely normal because we're just jumping through parallel worlds. Alright, wait, is that like the summary where it ends, or? I don't want this to leave. Let's go to the 100 million balls things just in case. It'll go back to the Booba Kiki effect. Alright, 100 million balls.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here.
I know, like, we're just lucky that we're on a planet that can support life. And then, like, we're like the dominant species after all this time. Could've gone either way. Could've gone any way.
If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are.
Alright, let's continue with the 100 million balls.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the 1?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
You could pick out all the balls.
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the 1.
Exactly! The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the Anthropic Principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
She's not just a vapid internet idol. She actually has brains. Okay. Iris is sitting in front of me, so let's summarize. I don't know if she was gonna summarize the Booba Kiki effect or like summarize this visit.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff.
Well, it keeps your mind sharp, learning new things.
Oh, hey. I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating. If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
Yeah, God, I'm starving. I think I'm gonna make some eggs after this.
Done!
Yay! Ota brought the dish over. He laid out an omelet rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed a spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
She picked up a spoonful. No, actually she tried to pick up a spoonful. Is she okay? Do we need to take her home?
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine.
She's just gonna brush it off.
My hand slipped.
No, this is something else. You keep slipping up.
Let's eat.
This isn't the first time she slipped up. Iris and I ate the omelet rice in near silence. There was no conversation. Just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate. The diner echoed with it. And before long...
Ah! Thanks for the food!
Iris is totally re-energized. Maybe she's just hungry? Her face was back to her usual easy smile.
That was good. Ota, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Come back soon.
Okay. Ooh, do I want to keep going? Oh, Ota's standing next to Iris. Iris is sitting in front of me. Ooh, I'm not sure if I want to keep going. I am getting a little bit tired, so I think I do need a little break. We've been going for quite a while. Oh, there's the kitchen. Because the kitchen area past the counter, and I forgot the phone too. The cordless phone.
Ring, ring.
No, that actually had a thing in there.
Who's on the phone?
Who cares?
Wow, a cordless phone. All right, so I think I'll save here. Continue in the next episode. Did we learn a bunch of appendix terms? They like went over a lot of like hard concepts. Let's see, we got the blood-brain barrier. The brain's defense mechanism, sometimes called the BBB, prevents harmful substances in the bloodstream from reaching brain cells. It is not a hard barrier like bone, but instead a semi-permeable membrane of endothelial cells. ABIS said that only objects of 0.4 nanometers or less can pass through, but that's not technically true. Some vitamins, amino acids, and glucose can pass through, though the exact mechanisms for this is unknown. Got conflict, a disagreement, contradiction, or clash. In computer terms, multiple tasks competing for the same file or memory area can cause conflict, which could result in a system failure. In game development, conflict arises when two or more people try to edit the same file at the same time. Conflict is also, of course, common among humans. Are you freaking projecting here? Game dev. You're like, God, Bob, see, this is what happens when you try. Alright, we gotta shoot! What some people say when throwing out their hand in rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! I got the Anthropic Principle that Ibo was talking about. The concept that observations in the universe must be compatible with life capable of observing it. Imagine, for example, the surface of a table. On this table is a hole with a complicated shape. Countless objects are dropped into the hole, but unless they match perfectly, the object will not pass through. Now imagine that myriad objects are dropped towards the hole over an infinite period of time. Eventually, one object will fit perfectly in the hole. Let's call this object X. If X could think, it would observe that, to pass perfectly through the hole, the way it did, the hole had to be exactly the same shape. They might even think that it could only and must be that exact shape. That is the Anthropic Principle. Interesting. Fugu eggs. The fugu, a kind of pufferfish, is filled with tetrodotoxins and extremely toxic. The lethal dose from oral ingestion of tetrodotoxin is 1 to 2 milligrams, which is said to be about 850 times the potency of potassium cyanide. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't take a lot. That's why if you're gonna eat some blowfish sashimi, the person preparing it better know what they're doing, because even a little bit too much can turn it from being a nice little tingly feeling to death. Alright, got Jung. Carl Gustav Jung, Swiss psychologist and psychiatrist, most famous for his collective unconscious theory, which claims that certain images and ideas are shared by all mankind, which could explain phenomena like the Mandela Effect. Alright, that's it. A lot of words slurring my words. I think I need to eat. Okay, well, I hope you guys are having a fun time with this, and, you know, see where we're gonna go in the next episode. Alrighty. Bye-bye.